Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my first Ultra League Remix team. It is the all non-Excel team that I mentioned yesterday, Machamp, Snorlax, and Gengar. And I started off 1 and 4 because I actually had Shadow Ball on my Gengar first, and I was getting walled by Darks and Snorlaxes. So I thought, you know what? Let's just go with the Focus Blast because not many people are going to expect Focus Blast. And like I mentioned in yesterday's video, I'll link it above when I talked about this team, that there are a lot of things weak to fighting out there. So having a Focus Blast sort of nuke the unexpected, people will not go for it. And I think I had 6 or 7 one-shot Focus Blasts here today, which is amazing. So let's get into some of those right now. So in the first battle, we have Machamp versus Machamp. So normally, if it's not a mirror match, I would try and go for the 6th move and then fast move deny. But because Shadow Machamps hit so hard, one cross chop would take you out. So I need to just go for that right away. So now that I'm up a shield, I know I can come in and Shadow Claw down. I will have to spend a shield to ensure that I don't take this Rock Slide because it would hurt a lot coming from a Shadow Machamp, and Gengar is just so squishy. But now I can Shadow Claw all the way down, and the best part of this is now you're probably gonna have something coming in thinking you're having a good matchup here, like a Snorlax. And guess what, Snorlax? I'm running Focus Blast, so this is gonna one-shot you if you do not shield. And like most of the day, they do not shield. Goodbye, Snorlax. And this is a good game. Drift Flame in the back. I'm up a shield with a Snorlax, which is gonna just lick down. This one is over. So so Shadow Ball not an option because there's too many Darks and there's too many Snorlaxes today. Could you run it with Sludge Bomb? Yes, you could run it with Sludge Bomb for additional coverage. I just find that with I saw Scrafty. So what did I see today? I saw Scrafty a bunch today. I saw Snorlax a bunch today. I saw a couple Mandibuzz, a couple of Abomasnows, definitely a few Galarian Sunfisk. So all those, you'd much rather have a Focus Blast than a Sludge Bomb. And I find that if you're going to have basically, if you're going to have this in this team, how it works is if you're going to have a Snorlax to absorb all your energy and not use your shield, and you're going to have Machamp to add shield pressure, you need a shield for Gengar, so having that to take it out in the ending is great. So they come in here, and so why I didn't come into the Snorlax is because you guys know what's coming. Uh-oh, I'm so low. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm just going to boom you to death here. I came into Snorlax once before, and it's an immediate response to it here, and I'm going to come in here, and I think they're running the same team. So I don't want to give myself all the credit because FP Sticks has also put out this team, and I've seen modified versions of this team because it's obviously the basic. But I think I saw like 5 or 6 Machamp, Gengar, Snorlax teams today. So it's what I put out yesterday. FP Sticks put it out at 4 o'clock yesterday. Battle Bill put out Gengar, Machamp with a Stunfisk. So it's basically the common team, right? So in this matchup, I know that I can probably win, take shield advantage here. So I'm going to shield this up and then throw the cross shot, because if they don't shield, I can probably just counter down and take switch. And if they do shield, I will take the shield advantage. So they do. So that's fine. I'm going to go down. The problem is, so they threw here. Politoed is just so spammy. So even though I got them to throw here, which is great, I'm going to try and maybe I can come in and just Shadow Claw down. It's kind of same thing what I just showed you guys, right? If maybe I can Shadow Claw down and then just come out with Focus Blast, catch something unexpected. But the problem is there's a Weather Ball and they have another one. So I'm going to take a lot of energy here and just look at how much this Weather Ball does to a Gengar. Gengar is so swishy. So now, can I get to it? You know I can. Here comes the 3rd one-shot of the day, and goodbye, Scrafty. And in the back, it is a Tangrowth. And Tangrowth is the one only time I saw this pick, and this is the problem with Snorlax. Snorlax is a fantastic safe swap to draw out fighters, just kind of get you out of tough situations. It does not hit hard. And this is a situation where I now lost. I had energy advantage. I got to 2 body slams here, but 2 body slams not even close to enough to take it out. I need to get to a 3rd one. I'm not able to lick down. They're good counting on their part. They throw it here, and they're going to have a move to take out my Gengar. So even though I was able to one-shot the Scrafty there, very satisfying to one-shot a Scrafty, but Gengar just, Snorlax just does not have the power behind it to knock out a lot of these Pokemon in an even matchup here. So my first good lead here, and they come in with a Surfetched, and I was very slow on this because this is my first time using the team. I was very slow on the switch. I probably should have came in with Gengar quickly. I was worried about a Night Slash here, but once I got the first shield, I'm like, I could probably get to the next Shadow Punch before they get to something, and they Brave Bird me. So I'm like, okay, so now I can just counter down. And guess what they're going to come in with because they don't want the Shadow Machamp to see. Here we go. Will this one-shot this Galarian Stunfisk level 50 from a Focus Blast Gengar? It will. Oh, it will not. Oh, premature boom. Takes it out, and it's a Mandibuzz. So this is not over yet, but I'm able to get the Focus Blast here, and they do not shield. I'm not even going to try and boom because Mandibuzz is very, very thick, but that does more than enough. And it's low enough that I can now just come in and lick and body slam, and I still have a pretty much full health Machamp to take it out too. So this is over thanks to the unsuspecting Focus Blast just lighting up the competition, taking out these level 50 XL Pokemon like they are nothing. Love to see it. So overall, like I said, 13-7 when I switched to Focus Blast. I do like this team. If you don't have any XLs, I do like this team. The only problem, and you'll see in... Oh, this was a good matchup because I had to maneuver here. So let's just go over this matchup first. So this is an Air/Mandibuzz. So that is not great. I'm going to build up to the rock side and bait here because I don't have a good answer to this. Gengar is not a good answer, and the licks aren't going to do enough here. So I needed to do some chip damage. Able to do chip damage and catch the Aerial Ace because I know they were going to go for the Aerial Ace there on the Machamp. We get a ton of lag, and I'm building up, and they try to catch on a Stunfisk. So I'm going to try and go for this double superpower here to take this out. My thought process at this point is, okay, go for the double superpower. Try to win switch. And if I can't win switch, try to get some energy on your Machamp because I need energy to deal with this Mandibuzz. So Mandibuzz comes back in. I have to shield up this Aerial Ace because even though Aerial Ace is a piece of crap move, it's still going to hurt a lot. So at this point, I'm like, I've got an energy advantage. I'm going to try and go back-to-back cross chops here to either take this out or get this second shield. Because if I get the second shield, I think that I can, with Gengar, potentially take out whatever in the back. So able to go down there, and out comes a Berserker. Am I able to get to it? I'm not. And so now this is scary because they have the Shadow Claws and I think Foul Plays. So now I need to get to 2 Shadow Punches to take this out. I'm going to get the first one off. They're going to get the move off. The problem is they already have an energy advantage, so I'm not going to be able to outpace here. So I'm going to need to catch on this Gengar or else I'm going to lose on the Snorlax, and I catch right before sacrificing. Thank you, Snorlax, for your service. Now able to get to the Shadow Punch and take it out. So the thing is, I don't know the counts for Berserker. Obviously, I don't know if it counts for most things. But what I do know is the count for my Pokemon. And good players usually throw 1 before you get to your move. So if you're just 1 short, that's likely when they're going to throw, which is a good time when you can catch. So terrible, terrible lead. Got to come in with a Snorlax here. And I got to shield this up because it could have been close combat, but they just bait. And we did CMP tie because I was hoping that we'd CMP tie with a close combat. But now because they didn't, they're able to let that go and come in with their own Snorlax. So I'm going to build up here. I was like, I can get away with 1 superpower from them, but then like they're not throwing because they're just probably waiting for me to lower my defense. So I'm just going to build up to 2 and hopefully go back to back here. And I get the 1, and I do get to go back to back here. So this is great because it's going to put shield pressure on them. And grab the shield. I tried to come in and absorb it on the Machamp, but that's okay. This is going to go down. I'm now going to come with the Machamp and try to get ahead on energy here. And do I let this go? Because it's just going to be a body slam, and that's not going to hurt me because Snorlax, oh, it's a superpower. So that does do a decent amount. Um, but I have enough to do a cross chop here. And the problem is that Gallade is a terrible core breaker for this team because the confusions do super effective to. We're doing crazy amount. What the heck just happened there? And they have Zangoose in the back. Luckily, I get to a close combat. Anyways, terrible lag. I don't know what the hell happened. Anyways, Machamp and Gengar both take super effective from the psychic or confusion or whatever move it is there. So it is definitely a core breaker. In this game, I did manage to maneuver around it. So I had a terrible lead, able to come in with the Snorlax. This is just going to be Leaf Blade, which is not going to be enough to take me out, and then I can Shadow Claw down to take it out. So terrible lead. Snorlax safe swap really helped me out there, which is why I love using it as a safe swap. But yeah, if that was not, if they switched out right away, I would have lost this game. Another bad lead, but I don't have a great answer immediately to this because I can come in with my Gengar, but they're probably going to outpace me now to the Mud Bombs, which would be super effective. I can't come in with Snorlax, gotta be taking super effective. So I want to try and grab a shield here, try and force them to throw a move here. And now they're low enough that I can probably come in and Shadow Claw and set Shadow Punch, because that's my only option at this point, right? And I got to shield up anything they throw at me because a Mud Bomb would be super effective here. And I need to throw right away to try and get this out of here. And I am able to get to it to take this out. The problem is I am now, we're even on shields, but I'm behind on switch. And they come in with a Jellicent, which I'm like, that's an interesting pick because if I'm running Shadow Ball here, they are in big trouble. So I built up the Shadow Ball and then I throw the Shadow Punch because it's the only thing I have. And was I counting or was I not counting? I think I was counting and it was only 4. So I'm going to absorb that and just come in with the Snorlax. And it is an Aromatize. I don't know how you pronounce that. But anyways, we are just going to Body Slam, spam this as much as we can. The problem is the charms are getting low enough here that I need to either take this out and have some power left to come back in with the Snorlax here, or I need to lose this. So I'm just going to go for the hard farm down here. Because if I don't get it, that's fine. I'm going to let it go. And then what I was going to do if they did, that didn't kill me, I was going to come in with the Gengar to get ahead on energy. Because these moves aren't going to do anything to the Jellicent. I need the Gengar to come in. So I was going to try to get ahead on energy with Gengar, and they recognize that, which is why that move did not kill me. They lower my attack once, but I think the Shadow Punch should do a good amount of chip damage. If not, take it out. Yeah, so chip damage. Can I get down? They got to throw the Bubble Beam, but one lick from the Snorlax should be able to take this out. And there we go. I got a couple more battles here. I think there's definitely one more boom in here for sure. Berserker, great lead. They come in with Melodic, and I was like, I don't know what to come in with this because I was like, this is probably my most decent matchup here. I'm going to come in with the Snorlax eventually. I want to try and burn a shield or come in or throw a cross chop to get some damage off here and then come with the Snorlax because Gengar, I think, is too squishy to come in here with. Snorlax can absorb enough. Yeah, so I grabbed the last shield. I'm now going to try to throw here to take it out before it gets to move off. Melodic is pretty thick, so this will not take it out. And I think they were trying to go for like a heavier hitting move because I think you just throw any move to do some chip damage, and it's a Blastoise. So Blastoise is one of those Pokemon that I was looking at yesterday. It says it's an Excel. It's one of those Pokemon that I really think has play in this meta because it deals with your steals and it does neutral and it's just a lot of good matchups and it's pretty bulky, right? So I like Blastoise. I definitely don't have one built, but if you have a Blastoise, I would look at ways to make a team around it. So they come in here. I was going to build up and I'm like, I can probably just go for 2 Shadow Punches to take this out and come out with a bit of energy on the back end instead of just going for the 1 Focus Blast to take it out. So do that, get 1 more piece of energy. I don't know how much the counts are, so I'm just going to throw here to try and take it out and come out with a bit of energy for the Blastoise. And I just need to get the Shadow Punch off, which I don't know if this will take it out, but if it doesn't, it's going to put it low enough that I'll be able to take it out. And there we go. And you may be thinking, I came here for the booms. Show me a boom to end off. And don't worry, I will show you a boom to end off. We have Darmanitan, which was an interesting pick, and they come in with Giratina Altered. And I come in with Snorlax. And this is the problem with this matchup. So I was like, they probably have Dragon Pulse because there's no way you come in here without having a move that can hit neutral against Snorlax. And I'm like, crap. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a move to throw at this. And this is the matchup where I thought, you know what? If I were to run this team again, I would run it Snorlax with Earthquake instead of Superpower, because you still do super effective on the steals, which is why you would run Superpower in the first place. But the Earthquakes gives you chances with these matchups here. So shield that up. I'm going to try and counter down, which is good because I need to grab a couple shields here. So I'm going to throw this here. I'm basically back to back, and I think they're going to respect it because I have never used the Darmanitan, but I've heard it is very glassy. So we're going to throw this here, try to get the last shield, and try to do as much counter damage as I can. Hopefully they throw a move here, and we CMP. And I thought, no, because I'm at the 1 HP, so I don't want to get shield killed. I'd rather just come in here, get ahead on energy. I'm probably going to have to shield, but I'm thinking if I come out with energy, I have an advantage for whatever's in the back, because I've got the Shadow Punches and the Focus Blasts, and it is a Ferrothorn. You love to see it in the back. Does it one shot to take this out? It does. Goodbye, Ferrothorn, and Shadow Punch down. And that is another good game. So Focus Blast all over the place. A great team overall. Like I said, if you want to run this team, there's 3 things you need to keep in mind. 1, Machamp and Gengar, super glassy. So you're never ever using shields on Snorlax. You're using them on Machamp and Gengar. 2, Shadow Ball in this meta does not work. You need to run it with Sludge. I prefer Focus Blast because, as you saw today, there are a lot of things that Focus Blast is super effective from. And 3, you may want to consider Super Earthquake on Snorlax. So in those situations and other situations, not a Driftblim, maybe a Jellicent, where the Body Slam and Superpowers don't do anything, having that Earthquake for a move is good. So if you're on this team, I would suggest first 2 as is, Earthquake with Snorlax. Thanks for watching. Honestly, because these battles were done in the 2950 range. So the fact that I went 13-7 with this team, a non-XL team in the 2950 range, is pretty good in my opinion. So you can compete with this stupid Ultra League remix with non-XLs. So thanks for watching. I'm going to try a new team tomorrow. I'll try and do the Ultra League remix. I'll see how it goes, and I'll see you guys then.